a lot of times we listen to God. We've even feared Him. But you're coming up as God because you just did it. A lot of people think they gotta follow the book or they gotta do all these things to fucking understand shit, and I feel like you just know. You're coming up as literally Hierophant plus power. That is really smart. And honestly, whether they admit it or not, and even if they undermine you, they know it. It's clear that if these two cards are coming up for you, you know it too. People are going to try to take somebody with that kind of power out. You have lawsuit on the back here too, and that's why you just need to know that we talked about it earlier, man. It's a freaking situation, but some of you guys have some serious matters. It could involve the law. And with the law, just to keep it simple this time on this read, just know that everything has a policy and procedure, period. There's nothing more to it. If you do not handle shit the right way when it comes to the law, you will lose. If you bring your emotions into the law, you will lose. Obviously, the law is a very emotional moment. The next card is, what does your heart want? It says right now you need to manifest your heart's desires. And I feel like a lot of you guys have been possibly resistant to change and growth because this person that was undermining you didn't care about your growth. And so we're growing out of talking about people that are not nice. But it's hard. It's hard not to actually keep talking about them too because they keep doing dumb shit. But I say that you're no longer resistant to accepting them for who they are. You're also starting to know that what you need is there, and that is what faith is about. You know that anytime you lower your standards or yourself or your worth to be idolized by people that honestly, like, you weren't even a fan of, that's for one fake energy. And it's like the me, myself, and I, when it's just that's when it's like he's in the bathroom and they're like, come on, man. He's like, I don't want to go. And they're like, what do you mean? You've been dreaming your whole life about this. He's like, I didn't dream about this, man. I just want to go home. Just want to go home. And that's why I've been telling you guys to plan those things out farther than just the end result. Whether it is the end result in finding out if somebody did you wrong, or if somebody cheated, or if you were going to get the job. What does that look like sitting in that moment and feeling that out when you're there? And you do have to visualize yourself there because people get bored. They get bored when they get their dreams. Some of us have just this issue where we want to get it just to fucking have it when we know that we don't even come in whole, pure, completed, ready to have the things that we claim we want. We don't even know what that really fucking looks like, means, or feels like. We haven't signed it out, we haven't felt it. Pure intentions. I do see that you've had pure intentions. I see that some of you have put your sword up towards somebody who possibly could be texting you or writing you something, that this could be even a boss. The word was right up. I see that we have ascension lift on the opposite side in the down right. And it says, prepare for rapid spiritual growth and be ready for opportunities in the down. So some of you guys could have had a situation within the workplace, or this obviously involves some kind of promotion, a big one. And I do see that whoever it is, they are coming up as somebody who had pure intention. But whatever they did, whether it's you or me or anybody else, it's one of those things that stopped us from ascending or having success in that area. It obviously rubbed somebody wrong. It didn't go very well, obviously. So it still says that the way is clear. I believe that the way is always clear as long as you can be somebody that finds a pro in every con. You have to always understand why things happen. It doesn't really, it's not, the problem is not the problem. Problem's just like named problem. But problem dates solution. It's the fear of us not knowing how to fix the problem quickly. And we want that. We want the quickness to the fix. And not every problem, it doesn't always get fixed quickly. So it's like when there's backed up people, and we know that when COVID even hit, a lot of builders occurred, and they had to wait a long extra time just because people weren't working, they were scared to get sick. Car parts that are out of state and they have to be ordered to come in. Anything that's like has to be ordered, it takes time. But with some things, we don't allow that. I think that if we thought of everyone, for those of you like really nice shoes, or any, and all of us have like a thing that we're really big on. We should be just treating all things like that. If you want a pair of shoes that are a certain color, why are we walking out with people that don't even really like fit our criteria? And I don't think we've ever actually sat down in front of a person and said, this is my true story. What do you suppose we do together with our energies? And they need to tell you their true story. You have somebody coming in that one's energy and the way is clear. I feel like somebody could ask you out and you might actually think, do I like this person? Yeah. Let love be your guide. Live a life from love, guided by love. And this is time for that. I see a work celebration coming in the future. The first one doesn't work out, but it looks like you have a new one coming. So that's great. You also have a relationship coming. Judgment in your favor for whatever it is that this seems like a past thing that's going to come up out of nowhere. When things are starting to go well for you, you're going to get another thing that's going to come up, and it's going to be for something from the past. I also see 144 on the back. That's because you're going to be blessed by God during this chapter a lot because you've been working really hard. You are somebody who's been a loner, and we all go through a lot of shit, but some people have really been alone a lot. And we choose that normally, but some of us are actually thinking after spending our first times, some of you guys, it's like a blend of people. Some of you guys have been alone for a long time because you're already smart, and you're just like, no, less is more, and that's the truth. Some of you guys have been waiting a really long time for people that thought that way too. So that's what's happening for my team, is that we've actually been with relationships that we should have left like the first second we even fucking farted on them on accident. And we didn't. A lot of us stayed with people, like I'm telling you what, like a lot of the good girls are with super toxic men. They are ride or dies for their men. We will do anything that they fucking want us to do. That's crazy. And then there's all these good men out there that fucking can't even find nobody. And so, what's happening with the girls that are into the toxic men, for at least I can say us, I see a lot of the girls that watch my channel, they're wonderful women. And they're not the mean ones either. They're all actually really sweet girls, and there are a lot of them quiet and really obedient. I'm not, like, I can be obedient, but now I've realized that actually, like, most of them, like, my issue is that they get to a certain point where that's all they really want to do. They don't want to do more or be more, and I'm always a do more, be more. And so I figure that if we slow down, we're going to have to find somebody that just has a really wonderful chemistry to make us want to do that. I think a lot of us are open-minded, but the issue is that we have a very high stimulated history. And so when you're dealing with a guy who breaks everything in the fucking house, or a girl that does that, or a mom who screams, or a dad who screams, your fucking childhood and all of your relationships have been extremely stimulated, and so your life can be just like compared to being on a fucking fair ride all the time, that it is kind of like a roller coaster for the first time. People get really used to those levels of living, even if it's chaotic. And we say things like, man, I fucking hate you, I don't want to be with you anymore. But then it's weird, because you get home, and it's all quiet shit, and then you get the nice person, and they're like, and they're so fucking weird and boring. And so you're like, well, shit. And that's where I think a lot of, it's going to be a unique thing for all the good guys, because you're usually scared of convict girls. But a lot of the convict girls, like, we actually started to do that because we're recognized with our boyfriends. And so it's not even about excuses. It's about us getting back to ourselves before, but even better this time. Because this time we're not owned anymore. Some of us finally stopped being owned by our parents and by our lovers, and we realized that we were nobody's personal unicorn. Not when they were threatening us. And that was some of you guys' threats recently. Maybe you had somebody doing something that really reminded you of your history. And that was the point of this whole chapter right now, is that it's saying, watch out for your tests. What are your tests? Well, our tests are going to be whatever the fuck our weaknesses were before. And some of us, and it always gets worse. Every time you have a problem, you can expect, if you fucking conquer it, it's just like any video game. The next level is going to be hard. You don't just keep getting elevated and it gets easier. No CEO goes on vacation and doesn't work their fucking ass off. That's something that's really inspired me to want to stop working so hard. One of my favorite bosses, he would say, Tara, work smarter, not harder. And they do. I've actually taken a lot of great advice from a counselor even one time. She said, so, do you set goals? Like, what? How many things? I said, oh yeah, here they are. She's like, wow. I said, yeah, I do this, I do this, I do this, and I love doing this, and do this, and this. And she's like, holy shit. Motherfuck, shit, motherfuck, motherfuck. Holy shit, let's just fucking. She's like, okay. She's like, how about you choose 3? They're stealing for it. What's that one? It says, animal connections. Yeah, because you're a sweetheart. You're entering the magic, and you are not listening, for some of you, to your heart anymore. So this is going to be a lot of you. You're a different group. You're somebody who really maybe loves. Right now you're being asked to get a little fiery. You have ascension flames here. And it says merge with the light. God's going to teach you how to be a beautiful angel. Because you already have so many angelic features, and I'm not talking about myself. We're not talking about you guys. You're sweet. You're nice. I'm a dick. So you have actually probably been dealing with people like me. I get with bigger dicks than I am, and so we try to out-dick each other, and then we get in fights. So even when I bitch about anything that happens to me, that's the reason also I don't date recently. Because I don't want to argue with my men. I don't know how that would work. I'm either going to have to get nicer, or they're going to have to get harder, literally. But there's a lot of awakenings going on, and that's all that matters. That's really all that matters, and there's a lot of pain that comes with awakenings, but faith is just knowing that God is always there with us. He's always watching what people do, and I absolutely feel like nothing that we do that's bad is good for us to do. But at the same time, just to make it through the day, sometimes you gotta fucking be smarter. You gotta watch for people showing signs of fucking disrespect, and you're not always gonna notice it, and that's fine. Because I think at the end of the day, God would always want us to do the right thing. He really does. And that's one thing that I mean, how could he not? How could we ever truly convince ourselves that an act of hate, that we had a reason? You know that when you think you got reasons to be hateful, and that's all you ever fucking talk about, is how the fuck everybody deserves to be fucking treated like that. You're a fucking terrible demonic person, and to each their own. Some people, you could be dealing with a blamer. You could be dealing with somebody who basically you've never to this day ever heard of once be accountable. That's a whole vibe of a person. You're not dealing with that anymore. You have better days coming. You have the sun. You're going to learn for you that you would be anyone's dream partner. Some of you are really quiet and meek and abused people who are with these fucking asshole men. I mean, you're amazing. And I don't know if you know that, but you are so sweet. You have so many features and characteristics that many of us don't. If you think that fucking my life is great, it's not. I'm not even bother with it. But I mean, it's just really about like confidence. And I see a lot of really sweet, quiet girls that I actually think you're amazing. I look up to you. My guys would wish that I would be nice like you. We all need to give fucking each other a little bit. Like the ones that are fucking dickheads, we need to fucking give you some of our dickheadedness. And you guys are nice, and so you need to give us some of your nice. And that's why actually it's odd, because I'm realizing we all gotta work together. And we can't really stand the way the other one works. We think you work too slow, and you think we're way too obnoxious. So we're gonna have to actually literally be able to come together and stand together on each other. Because I'm realizing it's not love and surveying to our lover that we do. I think it's the A team and the B team. It's that our omegas need to fucking turn alpha, and the fucking alphas need to straight fucking sit the fuck down. Because we're getting really bitchy and snapping on people, and you guys know it. And basically, what's going to happen is people that are just in the wrong are being tested. We're all being tested. You guys are tested to stick up for yourself. We're being tested to stop the group and sit down and relax. And we don't do that very well. We don't let you read. Some people have noticed that usually are the boss, that they well, I'm sure you've probably noticed with all your bosses, we're kind of crazy. And you're like, the B team is like, how the fuck is this bitch the manager? And we're like, oh! And you're like, the fuck? You know how we're the manager? Because I'll tell you something. Becoming a manager is not a fucking blessing. You're a fucking, they trick you. They're like, come on over here. What do you say? You want to be the manager here? We have you're an amazing worker, by the way. You are the best on the team, Martha. The best of the best. You're awesome, just like it says on your name tag. And they're like, really? And you're like, mm-hmm. And you're like, here you go. And you're like, oh my gosh, yay! And then you post it, and you're like, I'm the manager. And then you get in there and you realize what you're working with. You know that fucking movie where that dude gets that fucking soccer team of nerds that fucking can't even fucking kick a ball? And he's like, there you go. These ones are fighting. This one's fucking falling over his broken glasses. None of them are good at the job. But you're calling out, and you got a job, you got a promotion, and you realize what the fuck you did. On top of that now, you find out that your fucking leader that fucking hired you most of the time is a fucking evil bitch. Who's fucking getting commission off of you. So within minutes, you're getting told you better fucking hit these numbers. And that would be you making your crew hit the number. So if you're a bad leader, you are going to drill your crew. So I want you to know that anytime your leader starts getting all just crazy and shit, just know that they're fucking literally what? Going to lose their promotion? So what? You clearly don't know how to lead. It's not my problem. I personally do. I have many awards. That's just two. I'm going to hang them all up so I can brag about them too. But I have so many because every company that I personally led out, I'm taking to the top. That's why when they tell me, what do you do? I said, well, I focus on culture and I focus on quality. Definitely always over quantity. You never fuck your clients over, bro. What the fuck? So many people, you know what? The problem is you guys fucking want to cut corners and fuck clients over. That ain't pure shit. And you know what? Like anybody who would get a skimpy fucking short deal, they'd be pissed. They'd be the first ones to call fucking corporate and make a complaint. Well, that's what you need to look at. That's a message here for one of you. That, you know what? Do you do 100% quality work? Period. Do you? Because the universe is the one that's watching. It's not that the money is the devil's product, by the way. And anybody who has money, my hair's getting long, I can't even get over it. It's like growing so much, can't even. But the devil is the one, I don't know, I got lucky. I was around money hungry bitches my whole life. And when they were, dude, from people suing people to just bitching about everything that we had to It was always just a fucking, they needed more and more and more. It was always more and more and more. And in the free time, it was never problem resolution. It was always who the fuck owed them something, and, you know, to me, and then also, they would take on more and more and more activities for all of us to do that were around them. So when you're dealing with somebody who has more and more and more issues, they for one don't do shit. They collect literally children and animals. It's their addiction. Their addiction is typically children and animals hoarding, bitching, slob life, with respect. But you'll notice, because a woman who's fucking straight, just you come in and she looks like shit's just nasty, that's like a vibe. That's the whole thing. And she'll usually also carry on an attitude with that shit. A guy, I would say, with his house all dirty and shit, he's either a gamer or he's fucking actually depressed. A girl who's a slob is a spoiled little fucking more bitch, honestly, who had good fucking parents. And that's how it goes. They do opposites. It's like that's why you don't want to be too much of one thing with your children. Because I see it happening now with my daughter being in the nicest neighborhood. Her friends want to be fucking lower class and she fucking would love to have what they have. So that's just how that goes. It's the curly hair, straight hair kid. But some of you guys are actually skipping over that. You are elevating, and it says all's at your fingertips. You need to trust that God will be there for you. Some of you are athletes. You're also king of cups. You're very humble too. Some of you, I feel like your person keeps you from your career. Yeah, whenever you have an idea brewing, they put it in the reverse. This doesn't have to be just athletic, but you were saying things like, you need to say things like, well, on the flip side, now that we're not together, I get to play my favorite sports again. On the flip side, now that we're not together, you found your love also. You need a sports person. If you're into sports, that's a fucking awesome thing for one. I love sports. That's my favorite. So, what do you get with a sports wife versus the other wives? Well, everything. Fucking, you get a fucking mom and a fam. Dude, who doesn't want to live a sports life? It's the best. Being a soccer mom is just the gist of it, and that's not who we are. See, being a soccer mom is a statement that probably fucking girls that fucking want to be their man's fucking trophy wife would say. But have you noticed they drive the kids around in their fucking white SUV and their man's never with them? And they go to the tanning salon so much that they got leather skin. You see it right on their chest. It actually looks bloated. Those girls have enough money to start a career because they're tired of being stay-at-home moms because they never did shit after high school. But they never really do much with a career. They get a couple new cars and at first you think, man, that girl really hooked up with a good guy. But then if you become a few of their friends, you hear some stories. They're the same as everybody else. And if you actually look at any other wedding pictures, you'll see which ones were high and which ones weren't. They just had $20,000 for a venue and you didn't. At the end of the day, we all go through the same damn shit, motherfucker. But I'm seeing a lot of rearranging going on. And all of us are going to end up being with people that are not what we expected our soulmates to look like. I do have a lot of feeling a lot of you guys would be best if you switched cultures. Like, mix. I think we should mix. I think that the Americans have gotten really disobedient and ignorant. And I think that whether you're somebody who's a medical fleeter, with the COVID, you proved that you would go like a kite in the wind with whatever rumor medically could be spread. You taught the nation that 70% of the world could be controlled with a medical rumor. Know that. If you have villain blood, that would have been a note to self. I'm not afraid of who's going to take over the world over me because I'm the winner. But I like to teach everything to everyone. So we know 70% of the trained followers, you guys don't use drugs, you're sober, you're awesome, right? But you're easily persuaded by the most popular thing in society. Do you know how easy that is to fucking manipulate you? I'm not trying to talk shit or scare you. I'm saying fucking it's time to wake up. So just know that. In our nonprofit organizations, we're going to make it an honor to hire people who have a criminal record. I, as a criminal record haver, and also somebody who did it, know how hard I work as a person and how loyal we are. And so that's been a complete misjudgment. I'm happy to hire all my convicts, and we're going to turn this world around, actually, because we are the emperors and the empresses of the nation. And little do they know, well, they follow a false idol, actually, because they really believe in rule structures made by a man. God did not bring no fucking rule book down here. And he specifically tells you, follow me first. So if there's anyone in anyone's life who you would listen to and take advice from over God, you are not connected to your divine. If you ever in your heart feel like doing something and somebody is telling you, no, can't do it, and you just want to, and you don't know why, and you think about it and feel it, and you just still listen to a third-party energy, you're 3D. And God is waking you up to that. He's letting you know that all things in your life are failing because you are not putting him first. And he's also letting everybody who's accepting abusive situations in life, abusing yourself, abusing others, that he will deal with them. He will deal with you. He's already got it under control. He's even came to me and let me know, Terry, you're not saving the world. He's like, honestly, go fucking and live your life. I do feel like God has given me permission to honestly go and join myself. I think that sometimes all God wanted to hear is, would you build an ark? Would you save the world? Would you? And then he reminds you that he's already got it taken care of, and thank you. One of my favorite favors to do is when you say yes, and it's a lot of work, and then you find out you don't even have to cover it. Makes you feel like, you know what, I'm a good fucking person. I was willing to go above and beyond. I was willing to do that. And I do feel like he's come to us and saying that that's what he needs from you. He needs to know that you put him first. He needs to know that all these people that are telling you not to come to him whenever you're in a situation are putting fear into you. They told me, I don't know who, but I don't know where I got this info, but it basically said, a lot of times people want to scare you and make you feel like you can't come to God. And that's because they want to control us. But it says, if you were to think about the same way like God thinking about you as you would your child that you love so much, and you knew they were struggling, you knew they were using, you knew they were getting beat up by their boyfriend, and you were trying to call them, and they were ignoring your phone calls, and they were dying slowly in front of you, and you couldn't reach them. Do you really fucking think you as a parent wouldn't want your kid to come to you for help? They lied to you. There's a saying that says, if you have not, you've asked not. God wants you to ask him. God likes to provide. God gave all of this to you, and some third party, whether it's the government with their money, your boyfriend, your mom, your dad, whoever it is that controls you through fear is not angelic. That's 3D, that's tangible. They tell you, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. But nothing that they've ever done and no structure that they've ever created goes with their own book. They say don't judge, and they judge everyone. They themselves determine if we break certain rules, we don't make it to heaven. Who are they to act in as a third party to God and speak on his behalf of negativity? Would you ever follow a leader who disrespects you? And if you did that and you told a counselor, yeah, this person talks to me like shit, they threaten me all the time, they tell me, I'll never get this if I do this, and I'll never get that. And it makes me feel pretty icky, but I know that, what if you even told them, I think they're right, I think I am a bad person. What do you think that does to somebody psychologically? No, actually, none of the ways that they've ever treated you would pass in a fucking counselor's office. They wouldn't talk to you also like that, and I'm sure you've noticed in front of professionals. And that's what you're waking up to. This person's fake. They pick and choose how they treat people. And you are an overall you. And the you that brings you happiness and joy, the you that you find yourself just being that for the longest amount of time during the day, the you that you get excited to come home and be, is okay to be. I just got an image of a gamer. Somebody that gets off work or out of school and runs right to the room and gets on the game. You're not coming up as picking up. You're not on that game because you're necessarily addicted. I feel like whoever you are, you go straight to the game to avoid. You might live in a house where there's another couple fighting, or you could even steal it at home. Some of these parents could actually get real loud. You could be around. Some of you could just be, I don't know, I don't think I speak to a lot of youth in here, but I'm picking up that there is fighting. This could be your person fighting, but I don't see that a fighter in a relationship would let you game. But I don't know, you go to this game, honestly, to disappear. Some of you also need to go onto your kids' shit, and you're going to find, oddly enough, that the kids and anybody who games does it for the purpose of they go to a different world. Some of the times they actually go there to do the things that they wish they could do in the real world there. Like, I noticed that one of my kids was like working on her diet. She would go into Roblox and actually do settings of how to make her Roblox characters achieve the things that were her actual earthly goals. And so I like to really focus on the psychology of everything, and I'd never seen that, and I realized, okay, these games are beyond an addiction. They're actually having a whole separate identity, and it's easier for the kids to achieve these identities in these false worlds. So just make sure that you're not somebody that does that also. Do you have a game that you go to just to get away from your girlfriend or whoever's in the house trying to fight with you? That game is going to be a trigger for you in the future. That's why I didn't even thought of it in the first place. I see you going straight, just like kind of like head down, moving past. I've been picking up that energy a lot lately. I've been picturing you having a girl in the house. Maybe she doesn't even treat you bad. If you're coming up as the same energy as the person all week, giving me anxiety. I feel like there's something that you just actually know and you're not talking to them about. So we're going to clarify some of these. Okay. 10 points clarified by manifestation. So some of you guys will have your house, your love. Well, I want to make sure there's love there, but the 10 of coins is actually a good card. 8 is coming up a little bit sketchy though. I do feel like you may get a house by yourself at first. And we're going to clarify the unlimited. Yeah, attraction. You will. You'll get a house first by yourself. For some of you, the 10 of coins usually has the person with them and dogs and no children really in this one. This is more a couple who has money in the bank and they're not worried about spending too much money. They just can make a lot though. But yeah, these people would be like your grandparents that have the nice house and everything's organized and everything's dusted, but there's not too much. But you know that they have it, but you would have to come to them with a responsible request to get the money. This would be, yeah, I feel like, oh, you have the Divine Gateway for the sun. That's cool. Those are both really big cards. You have so many wonderful cards. I do feel like this is really just like coming to wrap it up. And we knew that we were coming to encounter like with a lot of tests. And your test may have been, what are your weaknesses? I know my weaknesses are fucking making sure this stupid house is paid all the time. Because music broke up 5 days after I got it. And so I had to triple my money and it's never ended. Nobody fucking got triple the pay. Triple the pay, you're like double the pleasure, double the fun. That's the statement in the great make. So, and it doesn't really matter because you can either lose it all or you can work harder. You know, Brittany, this one girl at Oasis, she was like, anytime you think you've done enough, do a little bit more. Okay, here we go. Fucking A. Okay. Okay, so some of you guys, just get your house cleaned up. I already tell you that every day, and mine's a disaster. I try to donate anything that I know. I know they have a plant, one table, one chair, that I throw deodorant everywhere. I don't even know how this happens. Grateful for every little thing. Be grateful for every little thing. And that's all that you owe to people. You don't fucking owe them shit. If you didn't fucking say, I'm gonna say thank you every day of my fucking life for something that you claim you did because you're a good person. But yeah, I have to fucking remind you every day how you helped me out, and you have to make me suffer and know every day that you helped me out. Did I sell my soul to you, or did fucking you really be a good person? You're like, yeah, I said thank you 66 times. Thanks. Again, always at your fingertips in the reverse, because you changed that shit up. You went through an energy shift. You realize this person's still struggling with a cruel past. You went through a cruel past. You're like a karmic twin flame. That's never even been a thing to be fucking made up before. Twin flames are fucking somebody who you can have a deep ass conversation with about shit you don't normally tell nobody. And they ironically know exactly what the fuck you're talking about. They're like, really? Like, and they are quiet too. And usually everybody's loud. They're like, oh yeah, this fucker pissed me off, they fucked me over. And you've always been that person in the room who's went through your own pain, but you've never really brought it up. Well, you meet somebody, and they went through the same shit. Their dad or mom, ironically, your stories are fucking to a T. There's two different types of lovers that are really hard to get through before you find your real soulmate. There's three different kinds of soulmates. There's your karmic soulmate. That's your fucking straight fucking bad villain blood fucking. You're the one that you fucking know is no good for you, but you can't seem to not want them the most out of everyone in the whole world. That's your inmate, girlfriend, your boyfriend, you know. It's your fucking bad boy. It's your bad girl. That one always seems to be my little devil trigger. The twin flame, that'd probably be hard for somebody who likes to communicate a lot. If you're somebody who likes a deep, deep conversation, and you really have not figured out like what exactly happened, you haven't been able to talk about it, you don't trust to talk about it, and then you meet your lover, then you and your lover are just like, dude, that's crazy. You don't even say, dude, that's crazy. You think it. Like, that's how quiet you are about shit. You think before you speak. I don't know, a twin flame would be somebody deep that doesn't share shit. Like, I imagine my son's probably going through a twin flame right now. Because he told me his little story about it, and it's adorable. And he's 19, and so I get to hear the guys talking every way about it. He's like, yeah, well, I guess, you know, and I felt bad because I obviously didn't ask him, and he wanted to tell me. And he was like, yeah, man. Well, the way me and Eileen met was we were at this late party, and I don't usually drink everybody, but everybody else is drinking. He's like, I grabbed my own bottle, and I swam all the way out to the dock. It's true, he did. And it's like, I was out there, just sitting out there, and it's like, everybody in my group, we all vape, and so everybody's got the vape. He's like, everybody walks up to me and they want to vape my shit, but they never have any to vape. He's like, I don't mind fucking sharing my vape, man, but you gotta get me some vape on. Well, you vape mine. He's a little Libra, he's my little Gucci son. And he's like, yeah, well, I was sitting in the car, so listening to that music, and then Eileen come out there. And he's like, she said all this stuff, and he said, I said, you don't fucking know me. So I'm just picturing him, like, he's like a little arrogant. He said, and then she said, well, where are you from? And they've been together for 2 years. So that's really cute. I love hearing his stories, but it's beautiful. It's beautiful to see true love. And no matter what anybody ever does to you, if you're a good person, they will always still talk great about you. And that's what I was telling you earlier, is that his dad, he works with him now. And we broke up when he was 6 months old. And my mom, she's always been one of those women who talk poorly about men. That's the main reason why I dislike her. That's actually the only reason, is because of her hate towards everyone. Everything she speaks about is in the form of hate towards another person, and it's like a woe is me attitude, and it's not woe is you. It's not. It's not woe is me. It's not fucking woe is anybody. Just like fucking how quick it is for them to fucking say that I would be a piece of shit for especially her having my kids. Why is it all of a sudden now fucking flip switch? Everything that happened to you, it makes sense, but nothing that happened to nobody else, it don't. It just, that's not the way shit goes. And yeah, you are worthy and you are bright energy in the reverse. That's how they made you feel. That's what they do. But it's like, in all reality, why in the fuck would such a great and grand person not be so smart not to get fucked over? Why are you letting us all fuck you over? And also, why in the fuck, literally, doesn't your heart want to be around them? And why don't you literally feel like what they say is right? Never doubt how you feel around someone. And whenever you want to start to like take your power back, some of you guys have been saying things like, man, I don't know, I have a great day until this person comes around. And so that's what you need to notice. You need to notice every time their energy comes around you, they darken you. They darken you. Let love be your guide. It's clarified by you are bright energy in reverse because this person doesn't have love for themselves or others. We're going to do dissolution of naive. And something bad could happen in March, May, July, or November. You could need to watch out for something coming up in those months. You could have thought that maybe, if you think that there's going to be anything coming up, like if you have some high hopes for March, well, that's coming up real quick. What is that next one? Yeah. So it's in reverse. If you're open for May, July, November, March, May, July, November, it's coming up as a no. These could be anniversary dates. I'm picking up that somebody was really banking on a vacation of some sort, maybe an engagement. Possible like house with March coming up. Obviously March is right around the corner. You need to get plan B and C in order. And you will. You will. No God will let you fail. He also says specifically in the Bible, for those of you who are big on it, that you are allowed to leave an abusive partner. I looked it up with Zeke because I was like, man, I don't know what to do. I can't do this shit no more. And I looked it up. I said, absolutely. And that is the truth. You guys don't waste any more of your youth wondering if somebody is mean or not. They're definitely mean. We're going to clarify Enter the Magic. It says use less. I pulled that card while my brother and I were partying together, so you can imagine we needed to not party more. I'll never forget, that was also the weekend that, another weekend, just we got, you fucking move. Alright, bye. Shine love on fear, be patient. Love will light up the darkness, so just be patient. There's no rush to greatness. Yeah, some of you guys need to get back into sports. Oh, and I was going to tell you, sports girlfriend is the best. Blossoming your true love coming when you be patient. And it will not be in the months. Watch out for maybe like people that try to hit on you in the months of March, May, July, and November. Those are all coming up. So maybe put those in, and maybe those be your cautious months. What is going to happen in those months? You have new dawns coming in those months. So keep yourself open-minded. The divine maybe has plans for you those months. Yeah, star energy. You got a big opportunity. That's awesome to clarify. So that's not a bad thing. In March, May, July, and November, you could have some major star and literally divine new dawn. And it also has Enter the Magic. It says live in the now and seize the moment. See, I knew travel. See, some of you might get asked on 2 different dates or trips. And it's gonna, what you think, that like the other person's gonna give you this opportunity that you have always dreamed of. And you're gonna be tested with a feeling. Because your mind dreamt up that dream, but God has something bigger for you coming. So be patient. He actually has this whole like beautiful thing over here, this girl with flowers, full moon. She's playing a violin over here, and then following that comes true love. You could meet your person near the water. Your person could live near water. They could live overseas. I see true love here. They could actually be a Leo. There's a lion over these cups. I do want to see some Leos falling in love this year. To clarify the way it's clear, we have divine potential. You're just the best of the best.
fulfill your destiny and be all that you can be in the Villain Blood Army. You have Knight of Wands. Everybody's wanting you. These are youthful people. These are any people because that's how you manifest Soul Tribe. Because you're not trying. You can fucking literally fart if you need to, and you're fine with that. Knight of Wands, you have sensitive antenna. Well, the Knight is a youthful fuck. So, obviously, what is a sensitive antenna? Be careful, because that one's coming up as you are not divine on some of them, but on the other one says, oh, my love, te quiero mucho. So, some of you guys are falling in love with someone, and I'm telling you, you could be from a different culture overseas. I think that would be best for those of you who are like, I'm not getting married, I hate fucking marriage. Please just consider marrying somebody from a different country struggling and use your marriage like it's a piece of freaking Willy Wonka fucking ticket. These people have, like, they may want to come back and forth, and plus you have always wanted to travel. Maybe you could choose someone who's not going through like the freaking war, and maybe you can choose a foreigner who lives in a beautiful place, and that way you can travel to their pretty place. They could get a taste of what it's like over here. There's a lot of benefit in it. I would say, in my opinion, we Americans, we need to fucking be more obedient and respectful. And I feel like everyone from other cultures actually they have a lot of basic really healthy family structure systems that they follow that we could use. To clarify my tear here, watch over, listen closely. They're trying to tell you to get a they love you very much. You need to listen to this person. They're smart. It says no more deep cleaning your house. So for some of you, it says you need to focus more on love, hanging out with your partner, being more intimate with your partner. Some of you guys might have an addiction to sanitation and cleaning your house and just being a home buddy. I know I am. Biological mother. Stay the fuck away from her. Stay out of drama. Eat lunch at work. Stop. Yeah, some of you actually still live at home or are around your mother way too much. And this person, honestly, you're the same person that's coming up as the person that goes into the room to play the game really instantly. It's like you just fucking want to get right to your room. And you would do something different if there was something else to do. I feel like for some of you, maybe your biological mother fucking fights with her partner. Or just, she's coming up as fucking, like in the movies, you know, that kid that has the mom that's fucking out there raging with her boyfriend and shit, like, you fucking son of a bitch, don't fucking come back here, bitch. You know, like that shit, I don't even know, it's coming up pretty trashy. Some of you guys might have to deal with that kind of shit, that sucks. Yeah, well, you know what? There is a lot of resources actually available for you to touch your case. As a teenager, at 13, you pretty much have your own rights. A mature child. Doesn't really speak about the abuse, nor do they really want to. And so they may feel like they have nowhere to go. But you do. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not somebody that told on my abusers either. We're smart enough to know that what would happen to the people would be more than we ever wanted. We never wanted that for them. We only wanted them to stop being mean. So between you overcoming, just like if you're a terrible person for being treated the way that you have, wondering if you're coming up as a very quiet person, go down, who is ashamed of the story that you have to tell. But don't. There's many people like you, just like my son said. I swim out to the dog pond, but look, he tells a story now, and you know what? I know how you guys are. You're quiet. You're smart. And even more so, you guys have committed probably you've seen crime that was committed. You've seen shit that we ain't even fucking seen. Not only are you guys smart, but the shit that we do and say around you
as your adult, as your elder, looks stupid to you already as a youth. You're a very intelligent person. My son is the one that brought me into this. He didn't mean to. He always brings me into shit. He's really smart. And I want you to know that you're really smart. And he tells me all the time, he knows what he wants. He knows that he's had some hot bitches hit on him. He don't disrespect his woman. He's thought about it. He went through a few phases here and there, you know, like fucking just like any other man. But most men go through these phases for years. You're somebody who's very intelligent. I just want you to know this is going to be one of your years to shine too. And you're going to have to get better at your customer service for your type. You're not somebody who hangs out with people much, but I want you to know that you're part of the 144. So your duty is going to be your biggest weakness. Well, your biggest weakness is honestly talking to people. You don't do it well. But there's a lot of yous out there, and you're smarter than almost everyone. That's why God's calling you into service right now. He's here to pick you up, but you're very knowledgeable, and you'll be put right back in front of the shit that you fucking just exited from, and so you can't be petty about it. You can't be like, why the fuck does this always happen to me? That's your job. You are that boss. You're the boss of your biggest fucking tests. You're the boss of your biggest fucking weaknesses. You're the boss of your darkest night of the soul. And you will retest, and you will retest, and you will retest until you pass. And you will live in that hell as long as you stay and don't realize that this is not happening against you, it's happening for you. You are that boss. It's like Groundhog's Day. It's like those movies where you keep trying to get through it and you keep falling back into it. So it's just what it is. You are a badass. And I'm not talking to the people who want love in this particular read. Love will come to us fucking, and we're going to have a hard time accepting it. I'm talking to straight fucking people like that would have a hard time. We are cautious of love. We have seen so much that we don't even look for it anymore. You're the ones that I'm talking about. You're the one that's going to get love this year. You deserve it. You're not looking for it. You're very shy, but underneath that shyness, you are the best. You're somebody who will keep your lover safe. You will protect them at all costs. You're very smart. You're organized. Your plans of action work. And you are intelligent enough to keep a schedule for two that would work for both of you and make the world a better place. You're not somebody who's possessive. You're somebody who is resourceful. You can see the skills in everyone, and you have no problem getting lippy, you know, if need be, and putting people in their fucking place, because it's simple for you for them not to fucking be out of place. You don't share too much or too little when you trust, but you have no fucking problem keeping people organized. You're a leader. You have been thinking people are fucking stupid because you're smart. It's not about you fucking being too good for people. You don't fucking settle for less. You have some of the highest standards, and people have never recognized you for your beauty, and you've never asked for it, but I'm recognizing you tonight. And tonight you're being called in service because many people, even myself, need to learn from people like you. And I have a few people that tell me what's up. like Andreas, he's always fucking telling me what's up. And Martin did it too. There's a few people that could say shit in a way that just really works. Works smart or not, hard or terror. And it works. And then there's people that honestly, you know, this was a saying that was similar. Birds of a feather flock together, Tara. That meant that my friends were bad and I would become bad too. I think any normal person would defend their friends, and their lover especially. Don't ever date nobody who doesn't defend you as a lover. Love comes first, period. That doesn't mean that you let anyone disrespect your kid, because if you do think that, then you're a stupid ass anyway. Because if you're somebody who is so fucking smart to know that it's time for you to love, then you would know the fucking laws, And it's against the law for your partner to ever punish your child. They'll go to jail. And I'll make sure. The person who punishes your child that's not a real parent to them gets in big, big trouble. It is illegal to punish a fucking stepchild. And it should be. That mother's a bitch. Or fucking dad's a bitch. If they ever let anybody abuse your fucking kid, you don't need to go abuse your kid. The fuck? You should be ashamed of yourself if you have to go to that length. And you should just know that that does not actually manifest anything good into your life. So if you're abusive, this is not your year to shine. Yeah, you're going to get so many promotions this year. Reactive abuse, I'm telling you. Judgment for the reactive abuse, I told you. Oh yeah, bitch. Yeah, because you know what? That's crazy. And oh yeah, Ace of Swords from the 144. Some of you are fallen angels. Yeah, that's a badass fucking look. Zeke wanted a fallen angel tat. I just never even knew that was the same thing. I didn't know how to feel about it. But I always remember not knowing how to feel about that particular thing. And every time you ever think something, but you can't figure out what exactly it means, it's usually something that's going to come up in your future. And the fallen angels fight people on Earth, and I would love to have a group of them. We need a group of fucking straight Jackie Chans, and we're going to fuck you up for fucking with us. I can't stand people that keep fucking with us, bitch. I definitely want to knock them out. So we need to get our enemies' names, and we need to exchange them, and we got to either prank them. We got to fucking straight. We should bring. I love prank calling. You have to play pranks on them, bitch. It doesn't matter what it is, dude. And I feel like God's like, really? Is that what we do? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, really? What? And what have you done, Tara? And I'm like, you know what I did. He's like, tell me. You're like, no. One time. He's like, what? Like, one time. He's like, mm-hmm. He's like, you can't say it, can you? Because you'd go to jail for admitting it on the internet. He's like, I got your back. Ha 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 ha. My God lets me get revenge. Be like, I love it when you call me Big Pop. Throw your hands in the air. If he's a true player, I see some ladies. And that should be having my baby, baby. See, when me and God, God's like, yep, we went running today. We're like, hey God, see, how was your day? He's like, it was okay. He's like, I saw it like I did to you though. Pissed me off. I'm like, oh, don't worry about it, God. He's like, no, I'm no worried about it. He's like, I actually already, he's like, I think you should go pop their tires or something. Really? I can do that? He's like, yeah. Really? I can just stab it? He's like, what should I use? He's like, a machete. Wow. It's Steven Hazel looks like it. So, I don't know who you are. Someone needs to go pop somebody's tires with a machete, God said. I channeled that. You know, he said also, can you please do it in high heels? I've given you these clear gel ball of foot cushions. And that way you can look super hot. Like they do not. He's like, and then I've given you $1 million in the future for teaching this bitch a lesson. He's like, you'll be in prison though, but in your mind, he's like, do you remember what your father told you, Tara? Close your eyes. One time we had no food. This is how we lived our life. He's like, Tara, close your eyes. Imagine a feast. Now you'll never be hungry. So if I can have a good attitude, you can too. My dad was the type of person who would say, walk it off. And you wouldn't even have legs. And he would still tell you to walk it off. But that's okay, I got him back. As you guys know, my dad, he's a meth guy, and I just cannot get over this. It's one of my favorite times with my father. I told you, I got that laser light beam. And I pretended to be INEC. So I went to where they were making drugs. And I fucking rolled in with my laser beams. And I came in with the cop knock. And all of them shit their pants, dude. You just gotta wait for them to stomp it into the rug before you can fucking start laughing your balls off and let them know it's you. That's how I'm telling you, the cartel is not bad. Like, they'd be like, you motherfucker! And you're like,
Because when you're a kid, you don't really understand exactly what you just did. It's so funny. Listen to your heart in the reverse and be more lighthearted. Some of you guys that are always listening to your heart, you're probably like, yeah, there's no more magic here. I don't know, your heart's broken too, and I believe it. I cried a lot yesterday myself. There's different ways that we cry. Some's very deep. Sometimes you scream. Sometimes you just cry out of nowhere. Sometimes you cry tears because you're letting all things go. That's why some of you have been really selfish with your energy and time. Because you're scared to not love whoever deserves you if you keep seeing fucked up things. That's the thing. Maybe some of you quiet men out there that I'm channeling are somebody that's also seen fucked up things, and you may handle it in a more quieter way. Maybe you haven't told people, and you got a girl coming into your life, like myself, who's like a little bit louder but too much. So you would need to talk a little bit about your problem, but she needs to fucking talk less and listen. It's like she knows what to do, probably. She's got all, like, I know what to do, but you need to teach me how to listen, and I need to teach you how to open up. And in order to do that, it's funny how I would be out here just like trying to teach everybody else shit, but at the same time, women need to shut the fuck up to do what we are asking you to do. We ask you to talk, we ask you to open up, we ask you to tell shit, and then we interrupt you and redirect, and nobody's gonna do that. Nobody's gonna do that. And so some people are learning not to do that. They're learning how to stop doing that, and you're seeing that happen. I do feel like, but I want you to know that even though you're the good one, I'm coming up as your test is gonna be that when we heal, you're gonna have one more test. You're gonna have a challenge. You have to be with us, and then you have to deal with our fucking. You're training you're training a wild style, a horse. You're like, oh my gosh, like literally you see potential in it, but it's like the thing that has the most, it's like trying to get the fucking ring through the Lord of the Rings to the journey is ends. You know what I mean? We have a lot of purpose, but our type, we're a lot, I think, to handle, but maybe not, maybe you're worse. Maybe you're the bad one. Who knows, maybe we just think a lot, and you're like, you make shit, bitch, lay the fuck down. Before I fucking come to town. Get your fucking best suit on, bitch, and shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. Don't fucking open your mouth unless it is for good. And why don't you put yourself to work just like your bitch ass should? Lay down now. Lay down. You're like, maybe that's the fun person you are. And she's like, hee hee hee. She will. Okay, we were also just talking about your mom. And I told her last time that if I came over and she wasn't dressed nice, I was going to take your dad out on a date. So that's happening. So let your dad know that I'll be at your house to pick him up at 7. Period. Tell your mother to mind her own business. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. I see I see a Harry Potter spell. Lumos Maxima. Well, that's odd that we would see that right there. There's been a lot of witchcrafty shit going on, man. Scared. Wow, I'm looking at this and it says it lasts all year, guaranteed. The spell? Wow, that's nice. And it also says down here expandable, so maybe it's a contagious spell. I don't know anything about spells, bro. But there's been a couple of readers that have came across different things, and one of them said that somebody was actually called a demon into somebody's house, and that it was to actually try to haunt you. It didn't say shit about it leaving with this motherfucker. So what the fuck? It's here. Or what? I don't know, just watch your back, man. I don't know, I sleep fine at night. It says if you can't sleep at night, and maybe it's bothering you, so I don't know. I figure if I'm a demon and I'm trying to boogie somebody out, and they'd be fucking just sleeping through it, I'd be a little bit worried about my power, but
I'm telling you, if you do by chance have anybody in your house, they could be the ultimate haters. And you're like, what? And they're like, what? Because you don't care, you're going to punch them in the fucking throat, right? Right, perfect. You're a badass. And they're just mad. Because they try so hard. Can't seem to get away from misery. I want you to know, you're a bit lonely. Okay, so actually, I want to give a shout out. We have a lot of artists here that have been hitting me up, and they're like, hey, this show's happening, this is happening. And first of all, obviously, thank you for the invite, bitch. But you might get yourself to this. Something I'm not giving. Why do I keep doing that? Because stop. Okay, stop. I have to lag back in again because, I'm not gonna lie. Jeff's like, well, you keep accusing me of hacking the shit. Look, I'm just going through the suspects. I shouldn't be asking anybody. But I'm not gonna lie, whoever is hacking keeps downloading a translator thing, and hey, I'm trying to talk to my friend, bitch. And she laughs on it. That's how you know you're with a good girl when she wags her tail when you call her a bitch. She's like, say it. You can't, at first, you guys gotta give us where we need to be, huh? I remember when Steve was like, bitch, we don't act like a bitch. I was like, what? Did you call me? He was like, bitch! I was like, what? Bitch, 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 bitch. I was like, whoa! Say it again. He was like, bitch, 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 bitch. I was like, oh, hell no! So you can imagine what happened. I picked up the fucking ashtray and I threw it at his fucking head. And then he's like, ah! Fucking unbelievable. Anyways, he told me he could have done way worse. I guess so can I. Keep it up, bitch. First time called Steve Austin Stein your ass. Unbelievable. Anyways. I told him one time, because he's a native, Denise warned me. She said, I wouldn't do it. He's a native. Not that anything's bad. It's just the natives drink a lot and they get crazy. So that's what she meant by the powwow, Zeke. You're not really sure what you're working with here when somebody's blacked out drunk and native and powwowy. But they are not there with you. So when you're like, they're breaking everything, and you're like, what are you doing? Don't do. It don't matter. It could be your mother's ashes. It's done. Dead. Bye. You pretty much need to know with an alcoholic rager, tied whatever matters to you. The TV you just bought, the truck, it don't fucking matter. Okay, how do they, I don't even know how they do this or shit. Zeke was infamous for actually such a fucking lunatic. He was like, Zeke, well, when I first met him, we got I don't even know, that's how you know you have a girlfriend when they'd be laughing and shit. Because you can't be with a girl who says that it's all your fault. Because it's not. It's everybody's. I'm going to see if that came to you. Who knows if it's even working. I'm going to look at you right now real quick. YouTube. Hi, guys. I love you. Oh, you're so sweet, Neil. Hi, Gracia. Hi, Jose. Hi, Nadine. Hi, all of you. You're so sweet. I love you. I love having you here. I'm going to just see if this message came really quick. I didn't hear it, though. Did you? You never know. That's why I don't know why people are hacking into my shit, because I'm very open. I was gonna say though, I really don't know who the fuck is hacking me because they keep changing it to a Spanish. And I even today I saw it said it updated my shit to Spanish emojis instead of American emojis, and Jeff is white as fuck. And so he keeps saying, well, you're the one who keeps saying I hacked you and I didn't. I could see where that would be really fucking annoying. I hate it when somebody accuses me of doing something I didn't do. But it's like you have to go through all your options. You can't just be like, well, you know, you're like, I wouldn't know, bitch. This bra though, you guys have to see. Isn't it great? It's like trying to like show too much, but shut up. Look at that. I don't even know. It's so comfortable. Whatever. Right? Since nobody wants, yeah, that's good. That little shit, if you guys are like, that's what you need. We need a little bit more. But if you guys want to know how to like, you guys are gonna, I've been paid for a gym membership all my time anyway. I go for my daughter. Oh, it's Elena French's birthday. Happy birthday, everybody. This month, I'm not very good at this, but I'm trying to actually like pay more attention. Who's the matter? Okay. Elena French, who is that? Well, to be technical, that is my kids' aunt, kind of, because their dad, that's his aunt, or something, like his cousin's mom. So that would be, I don't freaking know, but this family, bro, happy birthday, bitch. Happy birthday, bitch. Okay, stop. I tried to call the girls in jail a bitch. Didn't go so good. They fucking flipped out. They said, don't you ever fucking call us a bitch again, you fucking motherfucker. I said, holy shit. I'm great. Fucking hammer. Whatever, dude. Fucking lick a dick. Now, some of you guys might be wondering, what kind of friend am I? Now, I'm the kind of friend that is like, what does 1 + 1 equal? There you go, bye. Okay, so, I put happy birthday question mark. Not a question. I'm getting a little tipsy. I might have took a couple shots, what are you wrong with me? But, Anna Marie. Okay, what are you doing? Okay, so happy birthday, bitch. Ah, look at me. And I hope I didn't put a question mark or somewhere. Darian, I love you, you little cute Darian. So Darian is my beautiful student. She's one of the most beautiful students I've ever had in my life, inside and out. Like truly a beautiful hearted, wonderful person. I love all my students so much. Some of them are feisty and some of them are just wonderful. Darian got fucked. Darian, I'm telling you a story because you're a beautiful angel. And she made it through it. Darian is a gorgeous person. She's a wonderful inspiration. Her name's Darian Korean. If you want to look her up, she is married. But she is a wonderful role model for anyone who wants to be a woman, a true, pure, and like she is a woman. She's a real lady. She's funny. She's smart. She smiles. She's a great mom. She's beautiful. She's loyal. She's so many things that so many people are not. And it's such an important thing to pay very, very, very close attention to people who can admire that kind of stuff and see it as a goal that they wish to reach. You do not ever want to be around somebody who is jealous and envious. Those people suffer from demonic issues that I have to this day and all of my clients, and I'm talking thousands, I've never seen change. They ruin people's lives. Their mottos are something along the lines of, you enjoy, I destroy. It is now your turn to suffer. These things that you suffer from are lifelong jealousy, wantings. Like, these people want things that were never fucking things that normal people compete for. This could have been, and these people should have spoken up if they wanted it. These people never did a damn thing to fucking earn it. They are fucking entitled. They are evil. I'm sorry, I'm passionate about it. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, and you, fuck you. Okay. Alright, let's see. I have a lot of messages. You guys are so awesome. So as far as hanging out, do you want to hang out? Do you want to hang out? Not so much. Like, if you want to hang out with me, you guys can do things. You got to be smarter. You can do things where we have this, like, tab on here that says, like, create an event. If you were, like, the one thing that needs to happen with me is I go in hermit mode. And it's very difficult to get to know where I'm at. I'm kind of isolated over here in these caves. So one of you would have to have my address. And I've never met a man to this day who cannot act like a little bitch when he gets me. What is me? Well, you fucking know. I fucking do my channel. And, like I said, unless you make enough that I will never be told no. I want to be spoiled. And if you can't do that, then I'm going to make my own money. I'm not asking you to do anything, but I'm telling you that's what I fucking want. So if you're not rich enough to tell me yes every time, I'm not listening. And if you cannot handle that I'm going to get rich or die trying because you too broke to fucking tell me what to do, then you can only fuck me and do what I tell you. Don't fucking boss me around. Being a boss doesn't mean that you're a whiny ass bitch. It means that you're an edgy gangster and that your woman's obedient. Period. Your woman will listen and she cannot deny good sex. Period. If you would stop fucking just trying to get off, nobody forgets good sex. Nobody forgets good food. Nobody is a specific to body shape, and if you are, well then fucking that's your problem. If you're fucking narrow-minded to fucking all these other things, then that's whatever. But what I'm not narrow-minded to, I'm not narrow-minded. I remember good shit, like Lawrence. He gave me the best head I ever had in my life. I would let him give me head any fucking day. And literally, unless I was your girlfriend, then damn, I would do it. But I did block him. If anybody cares, he has no access to me. He hurt my feelings. I'm not a little bitch. He hurt my feelings, and he actually made fun of me, and he like spread a lot of rumors, and he was really rude and immature and hateful. And then he came back and actually tried to hook up with me again. How about you go block your butt cheeks fucking over your face and stuff again, bitch. Anyways, I can still admit that you gave me good head, but I would never. I know, you know what? You should never feel like you made a mistake to leave me. And you should never date me if you'll never fucking regret leaving me. Okay? But as far as hanging out, fuck yeah, we can hang out. Am I gonna hang out with you as an individual? Did you subscribe to my OnlyFans? Because I told you what the fuck to do. And you will follow my fucking directions, or you can go GFYS. I don't care. Because I have a business that I run, and I doubt any motherfucker that's in my inbox talking the way anybody does is going to be more successful than me eventually at this time. Because people that are successful don't talk through the inbox, especially not their Facebook one. They get off Facebook, they tell you that the whole company has access to that because they have a business, and they just don't do that. Everyone who's serious has a way that they do things. If you disrespect a serious person, they block you. You're done. So there's a lot of ways that any woman who is a bad girl can figure out if you're serious. And do you know why fucking bad girls like me fucking know if you're serious? Because we got the good ting-ting. We'll fuck the shit out of you. That's fine. And literally, dude, people love it. And we'll also tell you you're a bitch. And you know what? We mean it. And you know it. And you know that usually we call you out and we catch you on some shit. The only thing we lack is that ladiness. We weren't wrong. We weren't lying. And we pounded you out with facts. And you fucking cannot fucking get over it. You're not used to it. You're like, that motherfucker called me out. And Rob, let me see what's good here. I know you're asking me some questions. No talking on the phone. That's what I'm telling you. If you guys actually, I don't talk on the phone. The only way I'm answering your fucking call is if you're my boyfriend. And you're not. I don't have one. So that's that. If you want me to talk on the phone, I actually hate it. It's against my religion. You need to purchase me a Bluetooth and I would have to actually not want to be blogging. So me talking to you would actually include me listening. I don't do that either. I'm an entertainer and I'm a fucker. I like to fuck the shit out of you. I can be a good woman, but I'm not settling for that fucking cups energy shit this time. I have been a cups lover and I am a water sign. I'm going for the wands this time. I want good dick and I want fucking goal setting. So if you ain't got the money to fucking spoil me and make me listen, because my addiction is setting new goals to get rich. So if you ain't rich, I will be trying. And then you'll be whining because you fucking feel like I'm not paying attention to you. Cry me a fucking river. I'm trying to get rich, bitch. So don't fucking hit on me. And if you can't fucking keep up, bro. So let's see. Let's I'm not worried about anybody acting a certain way. I'll punch you in the throat. Okay, so what days are you asking for? So Rob Beats, he has kids down here. He lives in Portland. I actually know that Rob is in a situation and I could use some handyman work down around here. And I don't need to talk about anything. All that I need to know, what days do you need to rent my room? If you're struggling financially, so am I. But they're smarter, like my boss say, work smarter, not harder, Tara. So I thought about it. You know what? I think once a month I should rent out one of my rooms. I have 4. I should give one once a week to some random person who's really struggling and make them do handyman work in exchange for rent. I actually really love to do yard work. But I was noticing, like, becoming a barber, that my wrists, like, get really swollen from having, like, I assume arthritis is coming, things like that. And so if you have carpal tunnel or arthritis, you need to be aware that through my elderly clients, they've taught me that you really got to make sure you do stretches. Because, like, your back, if you don't stretch, in your 50s is when your spine starts staying the shape that you hunch. That's not too far for some of us. So you need to make sure you do your stretches every day. But yeah, I'll need to know if you're somebody who actually needs to take a shower and do some laundry. I don't hang out with my guests. I very rarely, I don't want anybody in my space down here. That's not how I work. When I say that you can rent from me, I never mean we're hanging out. I don't hang out with nobody. I don't want to. I don't desire it. When I hang out, I plan a hosting event. And I'm in control of the situation. I have not hosted since I left Zeke. I wanted to with Edward, but he was antisocial. He was a covert narc. And those are things that you will learn through all of your new partners. Some of your lovers won't want to hang out with anybody that you know. Absolutely not. Cut that bitch out. That is toxic. That is disrespectful. But also they will want you to fucking do everything that they fucking tell you to do. How about you go fuck yourself? Okay. Let's see. Okay, John, I'm starting to wonder about you. You're done. You're getting blocked. Bye, bitch. I don't like it when people keep fucking bothering me with weird shit. Block. Bye. Okay. That's done. Yeah, if you even keep blowing me up, bro. Yeah, this person, I'm not gonna mention the name. Actually, fuck it. Jordan's cute. Let's see if he's real. Sexy. Jordan, huh? I never had a Jordan though. So I just put you're hot. It's true. I don't know. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid to take a stand. You like that song? You love it? You like that one? She loves Tyga. She be like over there popping her like this hot shit. Hey everybody, come take my hand. Let's come together through the storm. All right. Don't say you're home bored anymore. Because if you're so bored, that's actually one of my top rules that won't date. If you tell me you're bored, I won't date you. Because that's not real man energy. That's slut energy. Everybody knows that a bored bitch is a liar. And if you're so damn bored, how you gonna make her flyer being with you? You're gonna bore her. And then with her, you will also get bored because you're a liar. So what you really mean is you would like to receive some head tonight. You'd like to get laid, act right. You don't gotta lie to kick it. You'll know who you are. And if you don't know, now you know. Wake up. Right. Come on. Get fucked in here right now, bitch. If you try to step to this, well then I'll knock you out. Motherfucker, what? You know what, Hazel? I've been thinking. I'm gonna hang out with your boyfriend. I'm gonna hang out with your boyfriend. He likes me more than you. Gone. It's magic. Told you. Meow Meow took it. So anyways, guys, what we're going to be talking about tonight is, you know, honestly, I just, yeah, Meow Meow took it. She's over there. She's a crazy cat. Yeah. She fucking ran with them all. That's crazy. Yeah, Meow took it. She did. Yeah. Isn't that crazy? Fucking cat, man. Can you believe it? Where am I at, baby doll? I'm in your fucking pants. Do you want to mess with me? Because if you do, let's dance. You're like, the devil went down to Georgia. He was looking for a soul to steal. Is that what my theme song is? Ha! The devil went down to Georgia. She's, no, give Hazel's toy back now. She's actually looking for that fucking cat. It's funny. She thinks, I always make up this fake cat, Meow Meow. She jacks her toys all the time. I tell her it's fucked up, man. I tell you, can you even believe that cat be jacking you? Dude, tricked you! You fell for it. You fall for it every time. Pussy. She's a Cancer too. She's funny. She's a July Cancer though. June Cancers are where it's at. Alright. Okay. Okay. Next things first, bitch. Watch your mouth. Time will tell if you're gonna do the right thing. I'm back. I'm back. So where does that come from? Your addiction. That's what's back. For some of you, empty-handed and fruition. Universal mother and the reverse. True love. Fake. So some of you guys were just dealing with somebody honestly that you could be addicted to people that You could be addicted for some of you to, honestly, like your baby mama, your baby daddy. This person hurt you a lot in the past for some of you, and you hold on to an energy that you still almost search for that. You still struggle deeply with the fact that some of them left you shortly after your marriage. You married this person for some of you, and they cheated. They found somebody new that they could even still be with today, or they just, whatever it was, they actually married you, and it just fucked you up. You had a family with this person, but this person honestly doesn't seem like they're into family. They're coming up as a universal mother in the reverse. So, and then there's the true love card. There's 3 people in that card. So that person actually seems to be somebody who tends to lovers for like they like their lover more than their partner or their kids. You know those friends of yours that are all up about their boyfriend or girlfriend, and they treat their kids like shit? That could be what you were dealing with. You wanted this person to be more, but a universal mother in the reverse, what the fuck is that problem? The Matrix, and they're the unfortunates. They are choosing to live the unfortunate life. They don't want better. That person, the people that are super, if you ever meet anyone who treats their kids like shit and actually lets their partner dictate like how everything goes over their kids, that person's trash. That person will leave you just as fast. Like you might be the moment, but there's a reason they even chose you, and there's a reason why the fuck they have all those kids and they're single too. Like, people don't take the opportunity by the balls. Zeke was 19 when he met me, and James and I were not together, and he ended up passing away. So I got really lucky with Zeke. We didn't have the most best, like he got drunk and he drank, but that was all blacked out memories. I don't remember him doing anything wrong sober. And so I did make the excuse saying that he was drunk, and I really didn't know anything about it, but it's true. He's a good person. And he's doing as best that he can today. He's realizing that his mistakes have led him to where he is. Does that mean that he lives every day in regret that he fucked me over? No. And should he? No. And did he? No. Nobody fucks anyone over. I knew the first time we got into an argument, we needed to go different ways. That's what self-respect's about. If you sit there and you think someone fucked you over, then why were you in the bathroom or anywhere else that day when you guys were fighting, crying, thinking you shouldn't be with that person? You fucked yourself over. That person was fucking going through the same shit we were. And it's time that we respect our exes so that we can honor our future husband or wife. You gotta really pay attention to people who talk shit about their exes, because that person is always an extreme abuser. Extreme abuser to their ex, to you. They can't find anything to be grateful for after all that, except for the son. After all you do for them, after all you did. It's also a fact that, we just are most comfortable around people who we know the most. Be patient. You're still in the 4D. The 4D's rough, and I had that feeling earlier. The 4D is a mixture of heaven and hell, as we talk about. It's your dream world. Your unconscious mind goes there. Some of you have really restless sleep. I'm going to tell you that if you're somebody who has a lot of nightmares at night, and you just are very restless, and you have a lot of things that you could have possibly been guilty of doing to somebody in the past that you need to heal from. Some of you guys actually experience a lot of memory reflection from the past because you perceived it in a way where you were the victim, and you're strong enough to actually apparently make it through. This is a big deal for people that are angry. You guys need to understand that your claim against a lot of the misfortune that's occurred in your life was that somebody fucked you over. And you're somebody who can hold it up, in the bare minimum. Because let's be honest here, the fuck it over group barely has shit, with respect. You're barely making ends meet. You don't date.
You fucking claim that you're taking care of the kids, and that's why the fuck you can't be. And you also refuse to, let's be honest, like if your partner was to show up and tell you, would I be able to take the kids for the weekend? 99% of the time, you're controlling ass saying no. So that's how you're going to treat your partner in the future. And you know that you will. And if you can't see that now, that's your barrier. You cannot be controlling. You need to be understanding in the moment. You have a standard and you have an expectation for everyone, or you judge them. But yet you act righteous. You've went through a hard time, but you don't tell the whole fucking story, and you know it. If you are somebody who fucking has an ex who honestly didn't do what you wanted and you still fucking are angry at them, do you think that was healthy for them when they made a mistake in your relationship to fear that they were going to be in trouble by you because you're angry today? So I can only imagine how long you hold grudges for life. For life. Anyone with a brain would not commit to that. How could they ever? You want them to say and do exactly what you're ever unsatisfied, not content mind, because you're not content already. You're coming in acting like you're God. You're trying to change them. God did not make a mistake on someone. You are not there to fucking tell somebody how to be. You're there to fucking be who you are and have respect for yourself. Appreciate people's being. And know when to set boundaries if it doesn't work for you, but yet still appreciate who they are and understand maybe even when they're not something that's maybe always the best of the best, that they're going through their own stuff. All of us who are emperors and empresses have to go through the dark night of the soul. It's mandatory. Which means you have to go to the hell nut. That's your job on earth. Is to touch the lives of people in that category. I will focus personally on suicide. Not because I did it. But I found somebody dead. I learned a lot about it. I'm going to be focusing on life skills and coping and learning about the human body and brain. For me, my recipe is understanding how the brain works. Out of all of the things that people have told me, the human brain has an actual manual to it. And that was what I ended up teaching in college. And I wasn't expecting that. Thought I was going to teach about all these other things. But when you get to college, you realize that curriculum in all schools is made up of two things: the law and safety. The only reason people have a degree is because you're going to take responsibility over another human being. You either make determinations over them and give them, medical diagnoses, or you work on their car and you could put the screw in wrong and they could get it back on the road and die. But basically, the only reason you go to college is not because your career is more extravagant, better, or anything more amazing. Can you stop? I'm going to throw it one more time and punch you in the head if you keep doing this. Love you, you're so fucking cute. But you go because you're going to be working on another person, either mentally or physically. So when you get there, you realize a lot of the times you might feel like you didn't learn shit today that you wanted to learn. Well, that's because if you don't know what you're going in there to understand why you're there. OSHA is Occupational Safety and Health Administration. That's who determines what you learn, because they're the ones who receive the reports. Human Resources receives the reports. The Better Business Bureau will receive reports.
Those are your agencies that will come in and inspect. Those are the higher-ups that come in the suits and sit in the lobby and watch how you interact with your clients. The purpose of that is for occupational safety and health administration. They need to make sure that you run a facility that keeps your clients safe and healthy. So when you're in school, you will learn how and what part of your career could put your clients at risk and jeopardize those things. So those are what you're going to learn in school, just so you know. You will know that if you're going to do any type of career with a license, you are not going in there to learn all the extra shit. If you have a teacher who's fun and cool, she will add that into your curriculum. OSHA doesn't add a fucking single hour. The government don't add a single hour. And you don't want them to add extra hours. By law, everything you learn is broke down in week-long curriculums. That's why you test once a week. Usually it's at the end of the week. You get the weekend feeling good. You come back and you start the next thing next week. Some classes or chapters, you get these side projects that can go and run into 2-3 weeks long, when you get to do the fun stuff. But all the book work, everything that's in that book, is all based off of what can either put them in jeopardization of being unsafe or unhealthy. And it's all based off, as much as they can, they squeeze it into the week. So that way you don't have to pay more financial aid. You don't want to. So those are all things that you just need to know. Like, everybody who is successful, they're following a plan of action that is very structured. And they don't want to do that necessarily, but that's what their undoing of it has led them to. One of my favorite captains on the boat, Dave, he was the best captain. He knew right where all the fish were. He never failed. Dave started to get really old. I hope he's doing okay. But Dave, he didn't eat always healthy. But one trip, Dave came back and he said, "My daughter said all I can eat is oatmeal and blueberries." And so did my doctor. Now, Dave wasn't a smoker and he wasn't a drinker. He wasn't anything bad. Dave has always been very healthy and he's lived a very long life. He was the best captain on the boat. On the boat, how it works is you get paid by the share. And so you have to get 650 tons worth of fish before you get that paycheck. So it varies in length of time. They could be out on that water. And with pride, it could really cause a big dilemma. We had one captain that I just didn't really think was that good, with respect, and that was Sam. Sam would pull up a lot of little loads of fish. My favorite time was haulback. I love haulback. Haulback is where the nets come out, and they come out of the water. I really love the fucking fishing vessels, bro. I just cannot even. I saved over 350 marine animals out of there. It was such a fucking phenomenal experience. Took off out to fucking the Bering Sea to pay these bills after me and Zeke broke up because he cheated. And you just know yourself. If you're gonna fucking deal with that, you're gonna deal with that. And if you're not, you're just not. Thank God we don't. I'm just mostly glad that I didn't, because I have always said I wouldn't put up with that. And so when you get in these moments where you see it happen and you just fucking don't, and you just slice and dice, that makes me feel good. It makes me feel like fucking when I say something, I fucking mean it, bitch. What are we doing here? Yeah. You're amazing. I know that a lot of people are going to try to threaten me right now because you're that good. But you know what? Honestly, that's not good behavior for them to do. Because you're such a beautiful person that you would have never needed to be threatened for them to do that. You would love this person. You will love all your people. If you say that you are giving them a chance, then you're giving them a chance. The fuck? This shit could be over here trying to fucking give you ultimatums, asking for us crazy shit, and you're just like, what for? I'm gonna be with you however the fuck you want anyway. Exactly, it just says right here, forced to eat your words. They're forfeiting their own blessings when they screw you over, because they were doing that for no reason. You were willing to do whatever these people wanted you to do. So, I already say that a lot of people, I think right now their blessings are coming into play. And I don't know that they really know how to deal with it. I don't know they know how to handle it. I don't know that they know how to accept it. All of it. It's a lot. So right here, I'm going to show you a little trick of what not to do. If somebody's hacking into my shit, it's clear that it takes me a lot of fucking time. But as you see here, look at that. Google has a new look. Look at the top of the screen. It's telling me Google sign-in has a new look. We've improved the sign-in page with a more modern design. They're giving their shit away. That is a fake account Google thing. Once you put your password in here, it tells you that honestly it's going to do a second verification, and you will normally have had your shit on there. Well, it actually now has an added one, and it'll tell you, sorry, your phone number is no longer used because we have a more basically safer form of verification, and it's this other person. I do want to at least say, I can't for sure say it's Jeff, because this person keeps trying to change it back to a Spanish. They keep downloading a fucking translator, and that keeps happening. Sorry, Jeff, if you didn't do it, but you know, how the fuck do, I'm just irritated over it. What, you do one thing, you don't get to fuck say you don't do the other thing. That's why we don't do nothing. Don't fucking do nothing. You don't get to be part of the fucking I didn't do that club. We ain't freaking need that club. Don't fucking do no thing. Fucking morons. Stupid. Idiot. Alright, so what we're gonna do here is we're gonna see, yeah, we're just gonna do this real quick. Your mom, tell her I'm sorry about having a date your dad, but she needs to start looking better when I come and pick her up. Uh-oh, it says you have 2 exes that are caught in God's trap. What do they do? Everything will flow easily now. You are ascended master. This possessive person just busted into your reading. Stay away from them. They are toxic. Big warning, cut this person off. They're trying to ruin you. You were right about all this. Their life is turned upside down. Multiple people feel a strong soul connection to you. You inspire people to evolve spiritually. I love goddess energy. This might be a little low. She's so sweet. Goddess energy, she speaks very quietly, but I love goddess. She is wonderful to be around. She's smart. She's also a wonderful example of how women could act. She carries herself with respect. She doesn't share her personal life. She doesn't make any of her reads about herself. She focuses on her guests. And she's a wonderful example of how anybody can be both feminine or masculine. I'm a big fan of just like watching and seeing. I love all of you for where every one of us is at. And we could all use growth, you know? And so I just think it's really cool to be around people who want to learn more, that are really happy. I see which ones of you pick up different interests, and I just think you're truly amazing. So obviously I don't own the rights to this video, but we'll see. I do want to see what Goddess says. She's somebody that I think can show you many things as far as just what a great example of people could be. You can subscribe to her. She's amazing. I've watched her grow. And I just like to give shout outs to people. She's a younger one, but she's so beautiful.
I can't use any of it.
She's so mature.
Because of reload.
And she just really carries herself so well. Okay, I'm done.
Close the gift card.
I like to brag a lot. Oh.
You trigger those who lack the capability to see their own beauty within themselves, he says. I guess we're doing this one. You never fucked with the universe. This one's cool too. This one's through Lynn's eyes. I like him. I just found him not too long ago. Strength of Ra. Ra's good. Ra is he's Egyptian. I also like really just resonate Ra with the shaman healers because he's feathers. So you think Indian, you know? The Ra, he is the bird god. He's the god of the sun. Egyptians they place all of their tombs and the Sphinx underneath constellations in the sky that they believe have a lot of power. The Egyptians are what the horoscope and all of the tarot and everything come from. Their god is the sun god Ra. They also have the alligator king.
There's a holding back energy. What's this for?
Said stop doubting yourself, stop holding yourself back.
Someone's afraid, yeah, that they're. What's this sacrifice? What the heck?
But wrapping up on today, you have multiple people here that feel a strong connection to you.
This is Goddess, so she's my favorite. Well, she's one of my favorites.
It's not just, that they're attracted to you, like, they have multiple people that feel.
Uh-oh.
Wrapping up on today, you have multiple people here that feel a strong connection to you. And it's not just a crush. It's not just, that they're attracted to you, like, they are multiple people that feel a strong spiritual connection to you with the Two of Cups and the Lovers card. There's just a lot of people here that tend to feel like you're their soulmate or you're their twin flame. They tend to get fun about you. They feel spiritually connected to you.
And just know that when you are like that, do you know what that means? It means you are a beautiful person. You are a blessing to so many people. And that you should be a teacher, a leader, a guide. You are meant to be that beautiful person out there just really saying, hi, hey guys, so glad to have you tonight. Thank you guys all so much for coming. Like those big pastors, they're like, oh my goodness, go, and they mean it. And they have that sweet heart has been arrived. That's the beauty in you. So you need to embrace who you are. You need to know that you're going to need somebody who loves you, who loves the people. Because as an emperor and an empress set, you are there to look over the kingdoms. So you cannot have somebody immature in your ear. You're going to know that if you're acting immature or if they're acting immature or if they would ever bring shame upon the empire, they would never be royalty. You don't have to worry about royalty cheating. They would never make it. They're not going to be in those positions, babe. We wouldn't be worried about it in those positions because we would never be crowned. So you will elevate within self-respect, period.
When you open people up to their spiritual side, right? The feeling that people have.
I feel like she's really low. But yeah, basically people love that about you, so that's that message. Is that you need somebody who will share you. Because you cannot be with somebody who is literally like trying to change who you are. God is leading you somewhere. And so if through that they would like to join and be their best self and you guys like mesh, that's fine. But when they're like, oh, you should look into it, you're like, actually been there, done that, go fuck yourself, huh?
Let this soft mineral melt on your toe to rebuild your nails and never see a foot fungus again.
Watching you look, Cancer, there could be a masculine and their friend who's just like adoring you, talking about you in front of this karmic. She can't stand it anymore. She's like wanting to attack Cancer, okay? And I feel like when she's done her spell work, you may seem like very tired. It may make you fairly tired, but that's about all it does. And I feel like you just keep moving forward. So you could have felt very tired, like within the last 6 months, like just kind of like dragging and really just exhausted. That's what you feel. feel like here. And it's because of her spiritual attacks, the karmic's attacks, okay? But now everything is, I feel, going back on her because you're all good, Cancer. You're like, yes. You know, and you're very abundant. Some of you could have just received like a new job, a promotion, a bonus. You could be working on your savings, right? Growing your savings, that kind of thing. You've got a lot of money here. You could have recently won something as well, okay? And I'm seeing, it just feels like royal bloodlines here with what she's wearing. You could be wearing like some ruby or garnet earrings right now. That's a confirmation for someone. I feel like you're also committed to your spiritual path. So you could be celibate and single right now and okay with that. Like you're happy being single because you're never alone. You're really tapped in. And spirit is like, they're always there with you. They're around you all the time. They're probably the spirits who are urging you to go out into nature, okay? Because you're feeling that urge, Cancer. I'm right there with you on that one. I've got spring fever so bad, you guys. But yeah, I feel like there was a karmic couple who bragged about maybe how much money they had, or bragged about they had some lavish lifestyle.
All my niggas will be hearing this song. Take a break. I'm explain what's going the fuck on. Okay, so what's she saying? She's saying we got some. And I want to start writing these down. Because we are going to create the real Holy Bible. And what this means is that we see those fucking shows where they'd be like, this is funny too. I gotta give credit to this one. There's this one fucking like YouTuber, Facebooker. Shit is fucking hilarious. He's like, I don't even know what he is. He's like, other culture. I don't like to take wild guesses. I just think he's fucking hilarious. But he does these fucking shows where they fucking are lying. And they got this book, man, a book. It's like Bros Before Hoes, you know. The girls got one. It's like, you know, girls before fucking, you know, whatever that's to say. But the book's always available, and the girlfriends don't know what it is. It's always like, they say code words, and they're like, you know, the headphones we got the headphones at the Ross store. And so there'll be like a section in the book, and they have to go find headphones at the Ross store. And then the girlfriend will be on speakerphone, and then it's like, yes, we did go to your grandmother's house yesterday for ice water. So that shit is just so funny, and I just really think that was funny. I also want to give credit to the one who does this one. He pretends to be Aladdin. It's the same dude. He's so funny. And he has this beautiful other girl that plays with him, and I think they're both just great actresses. I've never found any flaw, and I've always been such a critic my whole life. And I cannot stop staring at people and watching to make sure they do the best job while they're acting, even though I'm nobody, you know, but I'm like directing the whole damn thing. But they're both fucking wonderful. She's gorgeous. They just play both parts so well, and she's getting so pissed because in their fucking Aladdin shit, she's tired of riding carpet. She wants him to get a car. And so they just do such a good job with that one, but they're just so funny. And I just think that one thing first is like that book that has nothing to do with what we're gonna do. But I just made me think of that. And I just want to give credit to everybody who's actually truly funny. I really love funny people. I think that funny is the only way to survive such circumstances. In fact, I like to be funny all of the time. Whenever anybody messes with me, I will play tricks on anybody who messes with me, no problem. I have to tell my bosses sometimes that I am going to put gum in people's hair if they don't get me the fuck out of there. And she's like, don't put people in gum in hair. But you know what that one told me? She said, you know what, Tara, I totally actually understand what you mean. I said, yeah, I know you do, bitch. Because this place fucking is a dick. She's like, the other day I came here. We're fucking horrible. I said, yeah, because those are all the girls that we wanted to fire. So this boss, I love this boss, but she can do a great job. She is the best person I've ever seen in my life. She can keep anyone on the job site. So her duty should be the person in the nation who can make you stay wherever you are. She's great at that. But the problem is still there. And she ends up meeting face to face. Her duty on earth should be directly to be hired from all businesses. Like if you have anyone who's going to quit that you really want to stay, this boss can make that happen. I have never seen her fail in making somebody stay. But her remedy is not overall working because she manifests lots of people like me. And if girls like me come to you and tell you anything, whether you're in a relationship or in a job, we are not only telling you we have a problem, but you are being fucking 1,000 a million assessed on your fucking square, every centimeter, your every atom of a being, to see how you twitch. Shut the fuck up. How you look, how you fucking speak, and how you real, if you're real. Because girls like us, we've already learned our value. We didn't even know we weren't. I didn't know I was not the most prettiest girl in the world until I was 26 years old. I know how it sounds, but I really didn't. I seen Jennifer Lopez, but I just really didn't care for her style. Beyonce was whatever, but at first I had really curly hair like Beyonce, and I think everybody was just trying to straighten it. And who else? Oh, we had Britney Spears. I think I just hated her from a young age because my mom always called me chicken legs, and then she looked at Britney Spears one day and she told me that Britney Spears looked healthy, and maybe I should look like Britney. Okay, Mom, whatever. I just found it really odd that, and then what we have, Christina Aguilera, she was always wounded. And then whoever fucked her during Genie in a Bottle just left her in a shirt that showed off her cleavage, and I don't even know if she ever got happy. But her cleavage looked good high. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to take notice of that. And Lindsay Lohan, I was looking at her the other day, she's super beautiful. But I didn't take after any of them. I took after Denzel Washington when he shoots that dude in fucking John Q, huh? If I was ever gonna do that, that's how fast we need to move. Hi. I always admire the people in the movies like Scarface, that dude in Blow, and Caesar, Planet of the Apes, and Robert De Niro when he makes fun of Gaylord fucker. So don't hate on me if you're a nurse, or I'll fucking call you Gaylord fucker. If you try to talk shit to me, you know what to think about doing to you? Talking shit back like Ace Ventura when he talks to you with his butt cheeks. I'm also a product of Freddy Got Fingered when he says to like, Daddy, would you like some sausage? Daddy, would you... I'm not the one. If you try to talk shit to me in any way, I will probably not even care because you are whining. A girl like me, if we talk shit, you can make us do what you say. You could fuck the shit out of us. You could put something in our mouth. You could actually be strong enough to throw us on the bed. You could be doing well enough to fucking not be whining like a bitch and make her listen. If you're actually doing well enough as a man, why would your girl be bitching, babe? Because she's saying she wants to spend some time with you. So if you're really doing well as a man, what would you possibly be doing that could make her feel like you're not spending enough time? Well, if you're being honest, or anything at all, a girl like that could, if she's actually being faithful to you and loyal to you, and she's actually asking for more quality time, why don't you guys sit down together? And this would be something where you could probably get like at least 1, if not 2 months of actually just rest. Doing one of these type of things a month is going to get you a month's worth of her shutting the fuck up. So step 1, let's do it together. This is what girls like that want. I have to learn this shit for school because it's about the me generation. I was not happy about doing it. I want to punch her in the forehead, personally. But if you want results, you need to remember the point of communication, as much as you want to be right, doesn't actually end the conversation or get you the results. Knowing how to understand why they're here with you in the first place is the most important thing. So, what is my love language? You can do a quiz, or we can watch a video. You're going to need to do a quiz. I'll do it with you. If you guys want to pull yours up, you can do it as well. Because maybe mine's changed, and this is going to give you an idea of all of anyone. You need to know their love language, because this is one of the biggest fights couples have. This one's 6 minutes, 31 seconds. I'll be fine.
Here's the big challenge of life. You can have more than you've got because you believe.
Actually, no. That is how. Oh, is that the quiz? Okay, good. Sorry, I'm impatient. You can tell that. So, but that you need to know. What are some of our weaknesses? Well, we know right off top. These are things that we can just go through. You should. I like these little binders. This is a moment of life where you just are going to get back into school. I like school. I'm really big on keeping notes. I'm really big at comparing patterns. I really like graphs. I'm really big on making money and investing money. I'm not somebody who spends my money on stupid shit. So I would not like it if I had a boyfriend who wanted very expensive clothes or anything like that. I wouldn't think of it as an investment that we could even care about doing. I can't say if I ever would. I've never been rich enough to not care. But I've also had money many times, and it's just never seemed like a priority to me. I've also just noticed that the men who care greatly about whatever, I've seen it with all genders. If you care so much about the worth of your clothes, you seem to make that seems to be their main thing. They are always somebody who's like, yeah, you know, look at my shirt, okay? And it's like, bro, cool, nobody fucking cares. I fucking wear a new shirt all the fucking time I buy one. But to them, it's like fucking so amazing. But to me, I see it as like, you're bragging about you. It's, look at my shirt. I'm so cool. Look at my shirt. Okay, that's great. I love it. But I already saw it, and I could have complimented you on it. I was gonna. Some people actually wanted to tell you you were beautiful. But you walk in, and you're like, oh yeah, look at me. I'm fucking fly. And it ruins you. You don't need, and never should be, announcing how great you are. If you have a skill, do a trick. But why the fuck you gotta fucking speak up and say, I'm so fucking amazing, I'm the fucking best, ain't nobody fucking as good as me. At that moment, you are dissing another person. You are dissing another, whoa. You're just like, whoa. Is that an emperor or an empress? No, for one it's not. Because an emperor and empress is not status savvy. An emperor and an empress actually rarely is ever, if ever, seen. It's like the most you see an emperor and empress. Hierophant would be like Wizard of Oz, and we already know Wizard of Oz was a short ass ugly bitch who was embarrassed to be seen. So fucking like, it's just not something you do. If you guys have seen, it's a virtue, it's that one. It's that virtue, it's that one with that flying dog, man. That fucking movie makes me think of my sister because my mom. The never-ending story. That's an emperor, and he cries. You see the beauty in him. My mom, she's like, that's a fucking dude, Tara, you fucking idiot. This is my family. I'll be like, yeah, I learned that peacocks mean divine being, and this is my brother. Really? I fucking straight ran one of those motherfuckers over the other day in my truck. Wow, it's my sister. I'm like, yeah, I was doing this, like, yeah, I know what you mean. Is it like when they put all of those, like, I don't even remember what she said, but it was super witchcrafty, and I was like, no, that is definitely not what I mean. So we have Alpha and Omega here coming up. I like to take notes, you guys should too. These are great things. So, personality A is Alpha. You can see I'm definitely an Alpha. Alphas are dominant, we're very loud, we're very impatient. People consider us to be uncaring, not calm, difficult to deal with, egotistical, narcissistic even, can be confused with it. And we're just very fucking confident. We also are very wrong, many times. And I don't know that are just truly faulty and just really immature, and that is why after 13 years of all these awards, which I'm excited to hang out, because I'm going to show you guys how being different has brought every one of these companies to number one. And they did ask me to do things like basically reduce client time. That's been a worldwide thing. They do that with all of us. What everybody does that becomes a bigger and bigger company is they have now 2 locations that are bringing back monthly and weekly reports. So you're seeing that Nancy has gotten 14,000 a week, and Siobhan over here has gotten 6,000. Megan gets 10,000. You're basically looking at that. You're looking at, they look at times. It looks like, oh, Nancy can get clients in and out within 21 minutes. She's making $10,000 in 4 days. And then, you know, Siobhan gets 5 clients. She has 16 clients a week. She's spending 54 minutes on 70% of her clients. Just so they just do that. Then it becomes even bigger, 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 bigger. And then you start to see, that's the main thing. You're going to see that numbers always matter everywhere more than heart. Know that. And they even have a literal thing called a whistleblower. That seems illegal. A whistleblower is somebody who speaks the truth about a faulty business. And you will lose. Okay? You will lose most of the time as far as your position goes. That's why I try to teach you as a corporate leader. I've never not brought a business to number one. I do not follow their fucking skimp trick rule. I do my own thing, and every time leaders come in, they say, they have their little iPads, and they say, so, what's your plan? I say, I plan on focusing on first the culture, I say, because I come in, I look at the numbers, and I look at, right up top, energy. You can see who's rude. Evil girls, You, as a psychologist and a teacher, you cannot, I'm telling you this, even if you're one of the mean people, you're still trying to get results. First of all, I want to make it very clear that a leader who is rude to you, you need not worry about. If somebody in your business is disrespecting you, do not react to an immature person. Step 1, if you go to the computer or have access to the computer where you clock in, hit the other buttons. It's going to have one that should say reports. You need to be familiar with reports. Reports is where you're going to see all of the forms that that company even is educated enough to even have on file. I have worked with so many different companies. I'm going to get some water, but I've worked with so many different companies, and it's so interesting to see who's smarter than the other. Now, the number one way you're going to know what you need to do if you're a business owner, you need to be listening and have somebody who is probably a marketer who is 25 and younger. The 20-year-olds are going to be really great. You're going to start to know what each category of age group does naturally. So 25 and under are all about trend. They're all about what's popular. The internet makes it really easy for all of you to see what is the most popular. All you need to do is go into the search bar and say, if you sell bicycles, say, what are the most popular bicycles that people are buying this year? Bam. You're going to say, what are the most consumer complaints this year? You're going to say, if you're somebody who's open-minded and you're like, I think I'd like to go to school this year and I'm not sure what, say, what are the most best schools for art? What are the most, you want to know things like, things that they don't really tell you is if you want to buy a house, it's actually really easy. And I was never taught that. So to buy a house, first download the Experian app. It's amazing. It's free. Experian has been with me for many years, and Experian is connected to your email, and Experian will give you alerts that are very respectful. I love to have anything in my life that teaches me how to speak in a form that is professional. Experian, I'll give a credit to right off top because they say things like, Tara, your credit score has been updated. That'll be for a month when maybe it went down. That's a really kind and gentle way to let somebody know that they have had a decrease. I really appreciate that from Experian. It teaches me to maybe speak that way to other people too. They keep track of everything, and they just update you all of the time. It keeps track of any of your bills that you owe money for. It'll update you if some random thing shows up out of nowhere. You do not want to not respond within 30 days or less. If you get any type of problem, new bill, it doesn't matter who caused it. If you get like any known new bill, you need to call whoever is responsible for billing you within 30 days or less, or you will go straight to fucking credits, and your credit score is actually affected, and it goes on there and it strikes against you. You don't want that. So I'm learning these things as we go. I want to tell you, if you do want to buy a house, it'll tell you what your credit score is. It keeps track of if you're in the poor, fair, or good. For those of you who go to school and you have college loans, you can set that up even as low as $25 a month. As long as that's coming right out of your bank, that will help increase your credit score automatically. It got mine up to a 711. I pay a couple $100s a month. I don't really mind either way. I'm just happy to pay the bills. If you're not sure what's going to happen with your tax returns, I'll tell you.
Here's the big challenge of life. You can have more than you've got because you can.
Physical touch is not open.
If you owe any money to child support or student loans, it'll intercept that, by the way. Any government debt will intercept. That's not like if you have like a fine that you need to pay. I don't think the court systems do that. But child support will always take all of your tax return, just so you know. And so will all of your student loans. Anything where you get an actual loan from a bank, it's a government. It's anything federal. So just be aware of that. The first time it happened to me, I only got $13 back. Some of you guys are new parents.
Today. By the end of
Yeah, I didn't know what was going on. I just saw that I'd only had $13, dude. Yeah, baby mama gets the rights. So I'm telling you, you do not want to put yourself in a situation where you wait too long. Some of you guys have actually, you're new parents, okay? So if you start to fight with your person, some advice that I was given right off top was go get a parenting plan. My mom told me. I said, oh, what? She's like, a parenting plan. You have to go to the courthouse and get a parenting plan. Well, in those moments, you're usually still with your partner. So if you go get a parenting plan, that means that you have to serve them while you're still in the same house. It's pretty freaky. And I'm telling you, you will break up. So if you get that parenting plan, by law, you are the guardian of those children unless they can go back to court and prove they're better than you as a parent. So how do you describe yourself? This is going to start your love language. These are the questions that they would ask if they were actually going to figure out if somebody was dateable and how to date them properly. So how do you describe yourself? I'm an adult, I'm a teenager, I am taking a quiz for my child. I wanted to say I'm a teenager in my brain now. How do you describe yourself? I'm in a relationship, I'm single. It's more meaningful to me when I send someone I love a note for no reason, or if I hug someone I love. Yeah, I'm going to go with the note or the email. It's more meaningful to me when I can spend alone time with someone I love, or someone I love does something practical to help me out. I like acts of service more.
I like to fuck a lot, but I don't like to spend that much quality time. It's more meaningful to when someone I love gives me a little gift as a token of our love, or I get to spend uninterrupted leisure time. Nope, taking the gift. Someone I love does something unexpected for me to help me with a project, or I could share an innocent touch project. Someone I love puts their arm around me in public. Someone I love surprises me with a gift. Well, I don't mind the public thing, but not a lot of people are like that cute. I feel really bad. I'm going with the presents. If I'm around someone I love, even if we're not doing anything, I could be more comfortable holding hands, high-fiving, or putting my arm around someone I love. I'd rather high-five you. I receive a gift, or I hear from someone that they love me. Present. I love you already. All right. I sit close to someone I love, or I am complimented by someone I love for no reason. I like compliments. All right. I get the chance to hang out with someone, or I unexpectedly get a small gift. You already know. See, they're really just making us feel really bad here. Yeah, all right. I hear someone I love telling me I'm proud of you, or someone I love helps me with the tasks. Actually, like, I'm proud of you more. Okay. I get to do things with someone I love, or I hear supportive words. I like to go do things if they're fucking actually something I want to do. Someone I love does things for me instead of just talking about doing nice things, or I feel connected to someone I love through a hug. I don't. I guess. I guess I'll go with the connection through a hug on this one. Because I don't really need a lot of things done for me. I just really appreciate someone who puts some thought into what they do, because it's beautiful. It's like anyone can do whatever. But some people, like my dad, I can see that he put an H at the end of both mine and Tasha's name. Tara and Tasha. I feel like he thought of that. I feel like he made it to where we had 2 A's in there. There's a lot of like thought behind it. And I pay attention to people who actually put thought behind whatever they do. It's beautiful. I hear praise. Someone I love gives me something that shows me they were really thinking about me. Yeah, I like the meaningful gift. I'm able to be around you, or I get a back rub. I want a massage. Someone I love reacts positively to something I've accomplished, or someone I love does something for me that I know they don't particularly enjoy. Accomplish. I don't want anybody to do anything they don't want to do. Stay the fuck home, bitch. I'm able to be in close physical proximity, or I sense someone I love showing interest in things I care about. I'm not really much of a close proximity person. I'm a doggy style, let's fucking make love, and I'm a fuck shit out of your kind of girl. And then we can cuddle when it's bedtime. But a lot of people don't even know how to cuddle right. Someone I love works on special projects with me, or someone I love gives me an exciting gift. I like project workers. I love doing handyman stuff. It's complimented by someone I love on my appearance. Someone I love takes time to listen to me and really understand my feelings. I would like my feelings. I could share a meaningful touch in public with someone I love, or someone I love runs errands for me. I would rather have a meaningful touch, because if I'm going to let you actually touch me and it's meaningful, then I truly like you. I don't want my man running fucking errands for me. He's my man. I'm the bitch. Someone I love does something special for me to help me out. I get a gift that someone I love put thought into choosing. See, they trick you. It's pretty much the same questions a lot. Help me out. Because gifts or whatever, but if I need help, then it's like meaningful during those moments. They don't check their phone while we're talking to each other, or they go out of their way to do something that relieves pressure on me. Yeah, well, I don't care if you're on your phone. I'd rather have you relieve my pressure, literally. I can look forward to a holiday because I'll probably get a gift from someone. I hear the words, I appreciate you. I want appreciation. Another gift. And someone who takes a responsibility that you feel stressed out. I'd rather have you take responsibility than a present. Someone I love doesn't interrupt while talking. Gift giving is an important part of relationships. See, what do you think? It's like always about gifts. Yeah, I would obviously not like you to interrupt over a present. When they help when you're tired, and when you get to go somewhere while spending time with someone. I want to go somewhere. Let's go on a trip. When they touch your arm, or you get a gift. Yeah, give me a present. Don't fucking touch me. Encouragement or a shared activity or hobby. I'd rather do a shared activity or hobby because we don't get out a lot to do fun stuff. Token of appreciation or touching someone frequently. So one of the love languages is physical touch. I'll take a token of appreciation. If you're touching me when we're not fucking, you're creeping me out. Someone helps me if they know you're busy and tells you that they appreciate you. I'll take appreciation. I get a hug from someone who I haven't seen in a while, or I hear someone I love telling me how much you mean to me. I want the meaningfulness. I don't want you to hug me, bitch. Okay. Oh, I actually got more quality time than I thought. See, it'll tell you. I guess we'll save it better. No, I don't want that. See, it's going to send you your email back. We got receiving gifts is actually on 26%, but it's my main one. I got words of affirmation. So receiving gifts is 26%. Words of affirmation is 23%. Quality time 19%. Acts of service 19%, and physical touch 13%. That's not so bad. It's pretty balanced. Not so bad. It's nice balance actually. It says receiving gifts says, don't mistake this love language for materialism. The receiver of gifts thrives on the love, thoughtfulness, and effort behind the gift. If you speak this language, the perfect gift or gesture shows that you are known and you are cared for and you are prized. I like presents. Words of affirmation. Actions don't speak louder than words. If this is your love language, unsolicited compliments mean the world to you. Hearing the reasons behind that love sends your spirit skyward. Yeah, you guys should take one. Quality time is nothing like I love you, like full undivided attention. Where did I get that? 19%? It's my third. Well, that's pretty decent. And then you'll do other ones where this is where you just know who you're dealing with. Because that way, when you guys compare yours, you should sit down and do these for fun before you be serious. Yeah, there's tons of them. And you say, am I more feminine or masculine? And so on. But I'll be back in a minute. I'm going to get the house tidied up and shit. And I love you. And you guys are amazing. I'll see you soon.